Hey ladies, what's up? It's your girl Larice here, and today I want to talk to you about, wait a minute, wait a minute. I sound too excited to be coming to you with this topic. 1 second. All right, ladies, I have to do this over again. So listen, previously I was up way too high. This is a touchy subject, so I need to bring it down a couple of notches. So today I want to talk to you about bereavement fares. Some of you might not know what this is. Some of you might know what it is. This is new information to me. And the reason why I decided to come to you and make this video and share this information with you is because someone that is very close to me just experienced a loss in their family. And, at some point in everyone's life, we deal with someone passing away. And so, I wanted to make this video to help everybody. So after I found out this information of the loved one being deceased, I was like, man, there has to be something in place for people that deal with this, especially family members that live across country and they just got the phone call that someone passed away. So I ended up checking out, doing my research, and finding out that there is something in place just for this situation. We all know how hard it is when you lose someone, but imagine getting a phone call that someone passed away and you live on the total opposite end of the world and you don't even have any money saved up just in case something like this happens. Like, let's just be real, you guys. Death is nothing you can plan. You can never be prepared for it. And, the way that society is set up right now and the way that a lot of people's bank accounts are set up, no one has hundreds of dollars just sitting in their bank waiting for someone to pass away. So, as you know, when you book a flight, the best way to get best deals is when you book in advance. But when someone passes away, that is unexpected. How do you get a good deal and not have to pay hundreds of dollars for a last minute flight? So that's what I want to share with you today in this video. Make sure you share this video out because you might not be going through it right now. You might not need this information right now, but you never know who is dealing with this situation right now. Just because someone doesn't talk about it, just because you don't see someone post about it on social media, that does not mean that they are not going through something like this. So again, make sure you share this video out because it can be very beneficial for someone that is looking and searching and hoping and praying that there is a better way or there is a solution to their problem. First, I want to break down what bereavement is. Bereavement is when you mourn the loss of an individual. Now, not all airlines offer bereavement fares, which sucks, but thank God that there are still some that do offer this. So there are 4 airlines that offer bereavement fares. We have Delta Airlines, we have Air Canada, WestJet, and this last one, I'm already gonna butcher it, so just bear with me. It's Lufthansa, Lufthansa. It's the largest German airlines. So if you are in Germany or if your family is out there in Germany, you will be taken care of. So again, the 4 airlines that offer bereavement fares are Delta, Air Canada, WestJet, and Lufthansa, which is the largest German airlines. In order to find out what type of deals each one of those airlines will offer you in this specific case, you would have to call in and talk to one of their representatives. You cannot go, for example, to delta.com. You cannot go to aircanada.com. You cannot go to Expedia, Travelocity. You cannot go on the website to book a bereavement flight. You have to call their customer service line or the reservation line, whatever it's called. You have to call them and talk to them, and they will be able to provide you with a price. Before you call to find out how much the bereavement fare will be, I would suggest that you search around first. I would go and search, to delta.com, to westjet.com. I would go to the websites, or if you use an outside source, I would go and check at those third party websites to see if there are any deals first. Because when you call in and check out the pricing for bereavement fares, that doesn't necessarily mean that it is the lowest price out there. So, sometimes Delta might have a special going on, and so in order to make sure that you are getting the very best deal that you can get, I would look online first and write down the prices, and then call to see what price they will offer you. Now, bereavement fares are available to the public, but these airlines want you to be a part of their frequent flyers program. So, in order for you to even call in or be considered for a bereavement flight, they want you to sign up and join under their frequent flyers program. Now, it's free to join their frequent flyers program. With Delta, theirs is called Sky Miles. I'm not sure what the other three are called. It might be called the same thing, but they just want you to join and become a member. And pretty much what that is, if you are unfamiliar with the frequent flyers program or rewards, it's just you get a little number, and every time you book a flight through their website, you get points. And after you get so many points, then you get to either, I don't know, have a cheaper flight, or your flight is for free. I'm not sure exactly how that works, but that's what it is. They want you to join and sign up, get on their email list and things like that. And that's how you can even find out about the bereavement process. So again, it is available to the public, but they do want you to do that first. When you call in to find out about the fares to see if you even qualify, because they're not going to just give anybody that calls them a cheaper rate just because they say someone in my family passed away. Because just as well as I know, we have a lot of people in the world that are dishonest, and they will do anything they can to try to beat the system and keep more money in their pocket and not pay what you're supposed to pay. So when you call in, there are required documents, and the documents that they are going to ask you for, or the information that they're going to ask you for, they want to know who the deceased person is. So they want to know the name of the deceased person. They want to know your relationship to that deceased person. They want to know the name and the phone number of the funeral home, or the hospital, or the hospice service. And they also want to know the name of the doctor if that information is available. This only works for immediate families. This doesn't work if this is a coworker that passed away, or if this is your friend, a longtime friend from high school, from elementary school. It doesn't work for that. It only works for immediate family. Immediate family member is a spouse, domestic partner, your child, parent, sister, brother, step parent, stepchild, grandparent, grandchild, your aunt, uncle, niece, nephew, your stepbrother, stepsister, mother-in-law, father-in-law, son-in-law, daughter-in-law, brother-in-law, and sister-in-law. Now, if the person that has passed away is not any of those titles that I just listed off, they're not going to give you a bereavement fare. So keep that in mind. And just so you don't have to go back and rewind and pause and try to write down the titles that I just listed off, I will copy the list and I will leave it down below. Now, I'm sure you might be wondering, does this only work if the person has already passed away? Which is pretty good question to wonder or to ask. No. So either the person must be deceased or the person must be on hospice or living within their last days. So, maybe, for example, you have a grandmother and she's really ill, she's on hospice, and you want to see her before she passes away. This will work in that situation as well. So, again, there are two ways for you to receive bereavement fare. The person has to be either deceased or the person has to be on hospice or living within their last days. Some of you might even have children that you want to bring along with you, and you're wondering, how does that work? Or maybe you have children, and before you seen this video, before you knew that there was a such thing in place, maybe you were like, oh my gosh, I can't even afford to bring my children, so I have to go by myself, or I barely can afford to pay for myself, let alone bring my children with me. Well, in this case, you can bring your children as well. If you have kids under the age of 2, then there's no cost. There's no cost, they're free to go. But if your kids are over the age of 2, they will receive the same bereavement fare as you. So whatever you pay, your kid over 2 is going to pay. And again, if you have a child under the age of 2, then they're free. So they're able to go with you and either see the deceased at the funeral, pay the last respects, or if the person is sick, at least you and your children can go and spend time before it's too late. Hopefully this video was very informative. Hopefully I taught you something that you didn't know, raised awareness. And if you are dealing with something like this, I hope that I sent this video out. I hope this video reached you in time so you can make arrangements and get to doing some research and making phone calls to see how much you can save and how you can get to see your loved one for the last time. So again, you guys, share this video out, because if this is not for you right now, it might be for you later on down the road, and you never know who might be going through something and might need this information. So thank you all for tuning in, and make sure you give me some likes, hearts, and again, share this video out. I'll see you on the next one.